Hey, I'm Jake the Wookiee, and these are my thoughts on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Now, I've talked to many different Star Wars fans, and they either love or hate The Clone Wars, but if you like Star Wars at all, you gotta just at least give it a try. The opening movie was basically the first 3 episodes of the show. Wasn't the greatest thing in the world. When I saw it in theaters at first, I was a little disappointed, but after watching the show, it makes a lot more sense, and I can really appreciate it. There are, some high points to the show, and there are some lower points to the show. So some of the lower points is you do have some episodes with Jar Jar Binks, Padme that aren't so great, and some more droid-centric episodes, but then you have some really high points. You really flesh out the character of Anakin Skywalker. He's not the same character that we saw in Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. He really shines in the show, and so does his apprentice, Ahsoka Tano. She's a really great character. She's garnering a lot of female fans, and she's very important and integral to the show. Some other great things, you have Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's resourceful as always. He does his thing. You have a lot of episodes featuring more villains. You have Asajj Ventress. You have Count Dooku. You have General Grievous being featured. And then you even have Darth Maul come back in the show. Now, some people weren't that happy about Darth Maul coming back because he gets sliced in half, but the way they do it, I think, is really cool. And his brother, Savage Opress, they're a really cool dynamic. You have the Mandalorian arc, where you have Death Watch, a kind of terrorist group of Mandalorians that's pretty cool. You have the Night Sisters, which are kind of like a group of witches who use the dark side. You have a really cool Mortis arc, which kind of delves into the beginnings of the Force, the light, the dark. So that's really cool. Pretty much all the episodes I enjoyed that really delve into the Force, and then really more the spiritual side of Star Wars, which is interesting with the Jedi and Sith. Probably my favorite episodes of the Clone Wars are actually the very last, probably like 3. They're all revolved around Yoda. And he kind of goes on his own side mission. He hears Qui-Gon Jinn speaking to him. So he goes on a mission through the, basically the living force, goes in uncharted parts of space. He even goes to Moraband and sees the ghost of Darth Bane. And he basically learns how to become a Force ghost. Manifesting his self after death. So those episodes are really cool. So overall, if you're a Star Wars fan at all, I would definitely give the Clone Wars a watch. They're all available on Netflix, so you can binge them right away. I am Jake the Wookiee. These have been my thoughts on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. You can follow me on Twitter at Jake the Wookiee. So go ahead and like our page, The Ways of the Force. Subscribe to it and give our podcast show a watch. We really delve into a lot of the Star Wars and analysis. Yep.